What's up, everybody? Welcome back to FNG Academy. I just had a quick announcement. I'm proud to say that we've been helping people get selected for 3 years now. I've been getting a lot of messages about people thanking us and saying that they just graduated from selection and they got selected. People graduating the Q course. One of my buddies just sent me a video from the Charlie committee. He asked, if you guys have ever heard of the FNG Academy, raise your hands. And all their hands went up, and it just filled me with pride. So part of the way that we do that is making sure that you guys are physically fit and ready for selection. And the way we've been doing that for the past couple of years is by sending you to a Green Beret we know and trust, Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. So if you want to get selected, you need to be in the best shape possible, and you need a programmer who knows what they're talking about. So go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. Use code word BUCK to get a discount. Tell him we sent you and hook you up. Congrats to everyone who's been getting selected lately, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I got my man's Kurt here with me, and we're doing a pretty badass show, SEAL Team. One of my favorite episodes so far, episode 5.
This is a good one.
It's a badass one. Pretty much kind of loosely based on 13 Hours in Benghazi. The whole Benghazi incident.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Very, very similar, but...
Pretty damn similar. They even mentioned Benghazi in the episode.
I think that they did a good job of kind of paralleling it, but not copying it.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Super cool episode. I really enjoyed this one. Also, if you guys don't know, we do a Patreon, so if you want to support the channel...
The team room,
we really appreciate it. If you're looking for advice and coaching and mentorship, we do videos all the time on the team room. We just got done filming a bunch here. So far Kurt's been cranking them out, answering you guys' questions. Now I'm jumping on some as well. So go check out the team room if you want the tips and advice, and sign up for our Patreon. We appreciate it so much. Thank you to all the people that are signed up to the Patreon. Your support is amazing, and it helps us continue to do this. And if you want to support our channel in a non-financial way, then liking, subscribing, and commenting down below all helps us grow.
Patreon is the team room. It is patreon.com/FNG Academy. It also gives you access to our members-only exclusive Discord, and we do monthly giveaways for members and all kind of stuff. So
yeah, so
check us out.
We're really trying to give back as much as we can to you guys. We know that money is hard-earned, and we don't want to just take it without giving you more than what you deserve for that money. So check out the Ruck Trainer at FNGacademy.com. As a matter of fact, we made a commercial. Now probably a good time to throw that in. Check it out. Welcome back from the commercial. Kurt's very proud of that commercial. It finally highlighted his main attribute, his primary asset in life, and that's those calves.
Hey man, it's a gift.
You got tiny
I
wiener,
want to share it with the world.
Big strong calves.
Oh, what an asshole!
First, brother, we're not to be detained. This is for your trouble. I said out of the car. We're not on the same side. Get out. Where do you get that white girl?
Leave him alone.
Ooh. That's what happens when Karens go to Africa.
Exactly.
If that's the case, that felt really
you can't do that to him.
You can't
Pow.
do that. He said, shut up.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Yeah, it's like, point me in the direction of a manager.
It's like, I don't know if you know where you are, all right?
But let me educate you.
We've got guns, and you about to die, homie.
Oh, I'm just going to have this spot for the rest of this.
It's so embarrassing.
It's so bad.
Clean yourself up.
What am I going to do about it? Here, go do.
Not gonna go over you.
Why not?
Because that'll be the thumbnail.
Abel would love that. Well, I just thought this scene was pretty cool because it terrifies me, actually, because I went on a missions trip with my ex. She wanted to go on a mission trip with the church, and I was like, cool, have fun. And I didn't want to go to Africa, and her dad was like, no, you're going. Someone's got to watch her. And I was like, okay. So he paid for my ticket too, because it was like $3,000 or something that you had to raise to go. And so we go to Africa, and we're on a bus full of white people. And I was like, this bus seems like a really dumb idea. Like, we're just driving through the middle of nowhere in the bush in Africa.
Jeez.
And just like clearly a bus full of Americans.
We don't stand out.
Yeah, like we stand out like crazy. We're in near Johannesburg. So like a really bad part of Africa. We're not in like Cape Town or something like that where, it's predominantly like a lot of white people. We're out in the bush, bunch of white people on a bus. Like, this spells money and opportunity for a lot of people that are poverty stricken in that area. And so we're driving down the road, and all of a sudden there's a bin, like a barrel with a stop sign in it full of bullet holes. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, why is the bus driver slowing down? I was like, don't stop at this. It's a fucking bullet riddle stop sign in the middle of nowhere. And there's like one little wooden shack off to the side, and two guys with AKs come out of that shack. I was like,
we're done.
I was like, everyone here is getting. I was like, we're
You're like, no, my butt.
Yeah, I was like, our families are gonna hear about us, and we're gonna get ransomed. Like, this is terrible.
Jeez.
And he talked us out of it and talked us through it. But they were thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man. It's like you could just kidnap all of us and be like, we'll give them back to you for $1 million.
Yeah.
And they would get it. Like, a whole bus of Americans, like, we can come up with $1 million.
I remember situations like this in Robin Sage, which, if you don't know, Robin Sage is like the culminating exercise for going through Special Forces training to become a Green Beret. And like at the end, you go to this real world. It's like a month-long exercise. And well, 2 weeks for this part. But you go through this huge exercise, and you're in a fake country fighting a fake war. And I remember riding around and going through checkpoints and stuff like this and having to bribe your way through, or hopefully not get pulled out and questioned and have to shoot your way out of it and stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting.
They train you that for a reason, because it happens.
It's a real world scenario that can happen.
So,
and they can go south real quick.
Yeah.
Like, she found out and she thought she could just get out and be like, don't do that.
Yeah, it's like, no.
That was
I was in
238.
the neighborhood.
You know you're violating my safe space.
Sounds dirty.
It's a good thing one of us is having fun.
That's actually why I'm here. We're throwing a party this weekend, me and my roommates.
And you invited me to this party?
No, I'm just keeping you up to date.
Can I bring a guest?
Yo, low-key, this would piss me off.
Her coming to your work?
Yeah, dude. Like, I just met you, and you're just showing up to my work, like, beckoning me out. I have to change out of uniform. I have to have cadre come up and be like, hey, you have a visitor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to stay off the radar and get through training.
Yep.
And you're coming in trying to, like, call me out to invite me to a party? Like, have you ever heard of a fucking text message? Why the hell are you showing up, you stalker? Like, it's creepy.
You're right. Yeah, I
And then
didn't look
she's
at
like
it like that.
checking his badge. Is this where the magic happens? Like, am I gonna be in a basement, like tied up, getting fed like handed lotion through a bucket? Like, what the hell is happening right now? Go away,
That's funny. You took the scenario a lot deeper than I did.
dude. It's creepy. Come on, man. Like, even in your single
Wife's gonna
days.
find out. I mean, I'd be.
Yeah, my wife could see you. What are you doing here?
My whole thing about this scene is I can't get over her shirt, that stupid collar.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It does say "choke me" though. I mean, look at that.
What the hell were you doing, Nate?
I think that's really good writing. I just think that's super dope. Like, you already have such a cool thing going, and then to have a part of the story where your teammate that got killed now had some, like, other thing going on that you're discovering through his stuff. I just thought that was like an added wrinkle that is a really cool storyline that could have gone super cheesy,
Yeah.
but they pulled it off, and it's just really fun to watch. I want to know really bad, like, what was he doing with her? Is he trying? Was she an interpreter? Was he in danger somehow? Did he have second fam?
Yeah.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? He's got the Afghan wife. He's a couple kids.
He's not a seventh grouper.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to Iraq. He's like, no. We need to go back to Afghanistan. It's Christmas time.
Your vehicle's got armor everywhere except for the windows because you say they needed to roll down.
Oh, look, you can't put the windows down. People are gonna know it's an armored car.
Anyway, the body should stop an AK round. Your precious roll-down windows are liable to shatter if one of the local kids hits it with a baseball.
We're diverting.
What do you mean
Pause.
we're diverting?
Airport's not.
I love her scenes. I love her scenes. Not only is she a great actress, but she's a fixer. She's there to set everything up and get the equipment that they need. And then the writing is really good because they just so fluidly explain everything that they do. Hey, your vehicle's armored except for the windows because you want them to roll down. Yeah, armored windows are heavy as dog shit. So you would have issues rolling it down. And then he, like, within 5 seconds, you have a whole explanation on why they don't have fully up armored vehicles. He made a tactical decision to have them roll down to be more, inconspicuous? What's the word?
Yeah.
So, makes sense. Instantly, I'm on board.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of shows fail, right? Because they will do something like that, but you don't know why they're doing something. Somebody in our seat, we might understand because, we're kind of in that world a little bit. But to like the casual viewer, they might not understand. And this show does such a great job of explaining things like that.
Right.
And like you said, she did it within 10 seconds. And now we understand and we're ready to go.
Right. And so not only do they explain it, but they don't over-explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't treat the viewer like they're stupid. Like, hey, we don't do this because, like, we don't need to Barney-style walk you through it. She comes out. She's showing off everything that she's set up for them. Here's your vehicle, armor, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Great acting, fluid, quick. Now we get it, and I love her scenes.
That's funny. You just brought up Barney style. The people not in the military don't understand that. Like, Barney style is in the military. If you're going to explain something, like, give it to me Barney style. Basically, like, I'm a child.
Yeah.
Explain it to me like I'm a child. It's just such a military term, Barney style.
Alongside all them big white boys.
Watch your mouth.
Anybody else looks like you is on the other side of your guns.
Time for you to go. Trust me. I am not the one. And those big white boys you're talking about? They're my brothers too.
Only colors that matter are the red, white, and blue.
Pause.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, kumbaya. Would you stick up for me, bro?
Of course.
I don't know, man.
In this situation,
Yeah.
I'm Ray, and you're on my team?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
All right, hell yeah. I just wanted to check on that.
That's like,
That's a homie check you. I feel like if you got caught in to that, like, real deep conversation with your roots and stuff, I'm like, I don't know. I'd be on the outside and be like, you gonna stick up for me?
yeah, this guy, what's his name? Wole Parks or Stephen Boyle, whatever. Like, I don't know, he thought he was going to come on this whole, like, righteous thing and be like, and Ray's just like, nah, like, I'm not the one. Like, these are my brothers right here.
Hell yeah.
So you can miss me with that shit. Get out of here.
Hell yeah. I just paused that when I was watching and I was like, man, I hope Kurt would stick up for me.
Military, man.
We got everybody out, but we were trapped inside.
Okay. We got you. We're gonna get you out of here. We're U.S. military, man.
From here, make sure they get to the airport.
So something people might not know. First of all, that was really good, clear. The second, people might not know how hard and difficult it is to clear with the pistols only. Like transitioning from special forces to police officer, and then my primary weapon system being a pistol was not fun. Like you don't. I think we take for granted driving a Mack truck. Like you have an AR. I mean, you have power, and you have 30 rounds to just put someone down. Like, there's a lot of power in an AR that you lose with a little pew pew.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, you get some more maneuverability with the pistol, but the stopping power is not there. So even if your tactics are on point, you get speed, surprise, violence of action, and you get the upper hand by seeing the combatant first, just because you get the first shots off doesn't guarantee that you're even gonna go unscathed. Like, there's still a good chance that you could, take rounds back when you only have, 9mm.
Yeah, somebody could eat a few more of those 9mm than they're gonna, eat on a 5.56. And plus the whole speed, surprise, violence of action. The violence of action when you come in a room with, ARs or something like that is a lot higher than just the and the accuracy too. Like, I don't know about you, but I was way more accurate with a rifle.
Yeah,
than with
by
a pistol.
far. I could drive a rifle all day long better than I can a pistol. I got good with pistol through the police department because we saw so many pistol rounds. Like, it was insane. That I ended up getting really, really proficient with my pistol, but still the confidence isn't there that comes from just driving a good AR and having that thing deep rooted in. It's not moving. There's no recoil. You're comfortable with it. It becomes like just a part of your arms, and you could do so much damage with an AR.
I remember doing live fire CQB training and going through and running out of ammo in your AR, so you switch in your primary, so you switch to secondary, and you just feel wounded almost at that point because
your confidence just goes,
like
goes so down.
You're just like, oh, boo, 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 and now all of a sudden you're like, pow, pow, pow,
pow, pow, pow, pow, pow, pow, pow. And your accuracy goes down. Your stopping power goes down.
You got 15 rounds or something at that point. Like, it's just not. Yeah, it's not the same.
So it's just not the same. And so people might not think about it. I just thought it was a good point to bring up. First of all, the actor did an amazing job doing a clear.
Yeah.
But most people, most special operations guys won't realize just how tough it is to only have a pistol. It is not fun.
Now your secondary is your primary.
Yeah, secondary becomes primary is not a good day. Imagine a pistol guy. You have fun with your pistol, you clear with the pistol, you practice, you go to the range, and all of a sudden I take that pistol from you and give you a knife and say, go clear. That's what it feels like. That step down feels terrible.
That sucks too, because now you don't have a secondary. Or I guess it's just your fist or a knife at that point. Jeez.
Yeah, so if your pistol jams, malfunctions, something like that, like, that's bad day. I feel like Tyler's probably having like fucking flashbacks, bro. He's like, I will actually kill this bitch. It's mine.
Left near, right far.
Step out now!
Nadishka. On me.
Sick. Oh. All right, boss. So something that I essentially learned from, because I imagine Tyler being in the driver's seat, like, orchestrated this scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually learned something from this scene. I never realized, because we never call our shots.
Right.
That's it's just something we're not doing, because everyone's getting shots on the way that we clear. But it makes perfect sense. Why would you call your shots? So you're not wasting time shooting the same person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you got, if we don't call our shots and we all go for the Dishka because it's like, oh, that's the biggest threat, which is likely how we're going to break it down, is like highest priority threat to lowest. And we all start shooting at the guy with the Dishka, and then this guy just starts opening up on us with the AK.
Yeah.
We're all screwed. So it's just something really cool that I learned from this scene. It was like, oh, call your shots. Now we're all maximizing our ammunition, we're putting down as many as possible at the same time. It makes perfect sense.
What it reminds me of is going through training on doing like assaulting or doing a raid, and when you're going through and assaulting the objective, how they always tell everybody, stay in your lane, right? And and basically what that means is everybody's going through online, and if there's a target over here, but I'm here and this is my lane, I'm not going to shift my fire over here because now my whole sector is not secure.
Yeah.
So basically you're keeping your fire. There's 4 of them. There's 4 bad guys. Like you said, everybody's going to pick a target and take down your target. And that way there's no wasted opportunities, and nobody's going to still be alive shooting back at you.
Right, and that you're not leaving weak points. And even if you were outnumbered with 5 or 6, it doesn't have to be even. You could be like, I got front right, front left, or 2 right.
Yeah.
If I got 2 guys walking on my right, it's like, I'll take those 2. And then now I could, instead of worrying about the entire situation, now I could hyper focus on my 2 guys.
Yep.
So I essentially, like you said, with the clearing operations, I gave myself my lane, and now I could hyper focus on my lane. I just have to handle my piece of the pie. And I'm not worried about the rest of it, because obviously the guy to my left or right, if it was me and you, I trust you that you're going to do the same. So I could comfortably focus on my 2 guys, and I wouldn't even worry about the rest of it. I trust that you guys will take care of yours.
Yeah.
I'm so worried about taking care of mine, so I don't let you guys down.
Yeah. And all that trust comes with training. Like these guys, this team has trained on scenarios similar enough to this, where all Jason has to say is call your shots. Everybody knows what they're doing at that point. And everybody knows that everybody else is going to fulfill their role. So now I can clearly just focus right where I need to.
Yeah. I genuinely love this show.
Yeah.
I love this show. And which is crazy because, again, it's something I talked about in the last episode that we did, is I don't typically like these types of shows. I don't like military TV shows. I just don't. I don't know if it's because I was in the military. I think it is because the unit I remember liking, but that was before I joined the military.
Right, because you see the cracks, though, because we're in that community, so we see the cracks, and it becomes distracting.
Yeah.
But now, like, this show does such a good job of filling those cracks that...
You could be in the military, you could be special operations, and you still love it. I love it even more. So the reason we watch the show now is because you guys recommended it, and now I'm absolutely hooked.
Yeah.
So are we going to keep doing SEAL Team every single episode? Because you could learn something from every episode. They change the mission every episode, and it's so damn good.
I could watch this with my wife or with a civilian friend or something, and we both enjoy and appreciate it. And it might be for different reasons, but we still both enjoy and appreciate it.
Such a damn good show, dude.
Oh, we're here?
Yeah, we are.
Well, you need to know that when I'm shooting at the range, the targets don't shoot back.
Well, the alternative is you carry this heavy son of a bitch. I know you're strong.
I got it.
ROE essentially says that we can't smoke a guy here unless he makes it him or us. You just gotta tell yourself, it's not gonna be us.
No, it's not gonna be us.
Okay?
Yo, when she said it's not going to be us,
Sean's like, right here, right now.
The fact that she came back for him, and then the fact that she hit him with he handed her the gun, and instead of being the super hua, been here before, some super corny line like that, she was like, hey, when I shoot these, they don't shoot back, and it's like, so cute. and then she said it's not gonna be us. It was just I loved it, dude.
Put him over the edge.
Damn.
Good to see you, Davis.
Good to be seen.
Boss, that whole scene, or that whole thing of all of them congregating and amassing, gave me so much anxiety after the Floyd riots.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude. Most people, I didn't realize until the Floyd riots how terrifying masses of people could be.
Oh, for sure.
It's horrible, dude. People get together in that large of groups, they don't think individually anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They think about the energy that's festering.
It becomes a living organism.
It does. And it's one organism. So in anything, it's like a drunk guy at a bar. That's how reactive that organism is.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're all together like that, they could be calm 1 second, and the minute anything happens that evokes any kind of anger, it all rises at the same time and gets directed towards you, and there's nothing stopping it.
Yeah,
I don't care how good of a shooter you are, how tactically trained you are. They're going to win. They're going to overpower you and win. And I've had whole hordes of people at night coming over hills, rocks flying in, moving on us. I was like, they're gonna stomp me to death.
Yeah.
And one time literally about to take us over, and it was an angry mob hucking rocks at us, like chanting. They're coming at us, and they keep closing the distance. And right at the last second, SWAT comes up and starts throwing gas at them.
Yeah.
It's like I ran out of pepper balls. I had no way of dispersing them or keeping them away. And like I said, once they come, like there's no reasoning.
Yeah, an angry mob is one of the most dangerous situations you can find yourself in. Because like you said, it's so powerful because there's so many people. Like you got 30 rounds in a magazine or something, like you could take out maybe 30 people, but there's like 100 people.
Yeah, you're losing that fight.
Like,
you're losing.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. That's why you see all the time, like people getting stampedes and stuff like that, and people getting crushed to death and all that.
Killed at concerts.
Yeah,
and
it's very dangerous.
Copy DZSO. We have contact with the 6th jumper. He's at 5,000 feet. Looks like a partial. We'll keep eyes on.
Oh, what's going on? Looks like a line over.
Jumper in distress, falling through 3,000 feet.
Copy, Bandit 1. Hoping to see a cutaway real quick.
This is insane. The insane part, first of all, I'm glad that they showed it and like had this represented, because training accidents are just as real, and people die in training accidents. You know, free fall, dive, shit happens, and it's sad, and it's a part of the special operations community reality. Is that if you train, you have to train as realistic as possible, and when you do, you run the risk of dying in training. And so the fact that they showed it, but then also the fact that they did it such justice by showing all of it. Like they showed true free falls. They're showing a guy, they're showing a good exit. They're showing the canopy open. They're showing all these things that they could have just avoided because of the hardship of filming it, but they're giving the reality credit by going through and showing as much as possible, making it as real as possible.
Yeah, so I actually experienced almost this exact scenario. We had a captain on a sister team that this happened to, and he wound up getting killed. And so our team was actually called in to work the funeral, and so we went down and got to do the whole like funeral and everything like that. And that was after my first trip with the team. I was only on the team for about 4 weeks at the time, about a month and a half. And then, so it was one of those things, like being a new guy on the team, it really showed that it's a very serious profession, and that in a training environment, like you said, something like this can happen. Yeah. And it was one of those like watershed realizations. I was like, all right, this is real. This is real.
Yeah.
It's legit.
And so just so you guys know, in the free fall, if you're wondering what's happening when they say we're waiting for cutaway, so he's passed out. A lot of times you'll go unconscious just because of how fast you're falling. The altitude, I don't know.
He's getting spun like that too.
Yeah, spinning around, you'll pass out. So we have safety measures built into our parachutes to where, and you have to preset it. So you set the altitude to cut away. So that's why you say waiting for cutaway now. So once you reach that altitude, the parachute will automatically cut your main line away, right? So that way, instead of being trapped in it, it gets rid of it. But the sequence is supposed to be the cutaway, so cuts away the main chute and then automatically pulls then your reserve chute. So you could be passed out in the air and essentially land safely. And that's what they were waiting for with this. Like they knew he was passed out, there's nothing we could do, but he could still be okay. And that's waiting for cutaway. All right, cutaway happens at the pre-planned altitude, which you have to put into it's a little mechanism within your parachute, and you have to do a little math because you have to put in which altitude you're at and then set the cutaway altitude. And then once the cutaway altitude hits, it'll cut it away, and then your reserve will pull. So he could have landed safely, but unfortunately something happened to where the reserve chute didn't get pulled.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah. So, there's been instances where people have died because they don't do the calculations properly. So you could set it at, okay, let's say you set it at, 2,000 feet of elevation, and my math probably messed up. But let's say you set it at elevation X, but then you go to Colorado.
Right, yeah.
So then it changes the elevation, so it won't
brings
cut
the ground up.
It brings the ground up, so now it won't cut at all, and you'll just impact the ground without having that cut. So amazing representation of the real dangers.
Yeah.
And it's just another thing that SEAL team does right by making it such an awesome scene and filming it so good. Like, how many shows are going to go show free fall guys, the exit, the fall, the messed up shoot, you know? And clearly these guys are advanced free fall, like they know what they're doing. The exit alone, that exit jumping all simultaneously like that is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And that's not something you do when you're new to free fall.
Yeah.
So crazy. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode as much as we did. This is my favorite episode so far of SEAL Team is episode 5. We're only 5 episodes in, but I loved this episode. This is my favorite. And again, we're just going to keep doing this show because it's so much fun to watch.
If this is your favorite, there's some bangers that are coming.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love this damn show.
It's such a good show.
So hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, I said that like my favorite YouTube. He goes, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.